Oh my god. It's gonna be Hawks vs. Pen 2. Yeah. The wait is finally over. The Chicago Blackhawks are taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins in the rematch. Okay guys, so Chicago Blackhawks are taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. This game is gonna be fucking awesome. Now I went back and I watched my top 4 NHL games to check out, and I believe I had it at number 3. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have had Chicago versus Minnesota at 3, not number 1. Then comes Columbus Blue Jackets versus Pittsburgh Penguins. Then Chicago versus Pittsburgh Penguins. Now I'll tell you why. Both these two teams are kicking the most ass out of everyone right now, and it honestly looks like it could be Chicago versus Pittsburgh in the finals for the Stanley Cup. That's why I'm so pumped tonight. Now the last time these guys played, if you didn't watch it, go check out my play-by-play. I already did that game. Friggin' sweet game. The Chicago Blackhawks ended up winning 4-1. Okay, it wasn't as much of a blowout as it ended up being. It was actually very close all the way down to the end of the game. The Pens had lost their last game. They had played the night before and they lost to Dallas, and then they had to go to Chicago. So you could argue that the Pens were maybe a little bit tired going into it. For this game tonight, they had 2 days off. So they should have no problem. They should have no excuses for being tired. Chicago, same kind of thing. They had last night off, so they should be okay tonight. Now they are coming into Pittsburgh, but Chicago's just been rolling lately. They are coming off a 5-4 loss to Tampa Bay in overtime. It was a close one. They let that one get away from them. But other than that, the Chicago Blackhawks have been doing really well lately. Pittsburgh Penguins, on the other hand, also came off a 6-2 loss from Philadelphia. So I don't know where their heads were at letting that happen. I believe that was the second time to Philly now that they've lost. I don't know what they were doing. Maybe they were thinking about this game right now, which, whatever. It makes this game more exciting then. Why I think this is so important for both these two teams is because if they can beat the other team, it shows them that, hey, they can win the cup. Whoever wins this game can straight up win the cup, in my opinion. I'm going to have to wait 4.5 hours. Now for you guys, it's going to seem like 2 seconds. Jaxie's excited. I'm excited. Alright guys, so I will see you at puck drop. Here we go guys! Puck drop's coming up right now. Okay, so I said it before, there's not too many East versus West Coast rivalries. But honestly, I'm thinking this one's the exception. I think these two teams can have a really nice rivalry going, starting from the last game, and I think it's going to pick up exactly where it left off in this game right here. 3.5 minutes in, and we got our first goal of the game. Chicago goes up 1-0. And this was a pretty goal too. So Chicago on a rush coming up. So Kane passes it back, Panarin just puts it up and over. Nice goal. So the Penguins are taking a penalty. Chicago's got a chance to go up 2-0 now in the first. Okay, so we're about halfway through the first period. Awesome game so far. The Hawks have definitely had a little bit more offensive zone time. They've been kind of imposing the will a little bit on the Penguins in the beginning of the period. Now it's kind of evened out a little bit, and the Pens have kind of started getting some offensive zone coverage themselves. Man, Taves had Fleury beat, but he just couldn't get it in. Went around the net and it just didn't work out for him. But he was patient enough and he got him to come out. Just like I said, just couldn't finish the play. Well, there you go. Chicago gets the second goal. They go up 2-0. They've just been relentless here in the nearing the end of the first. Oh, it was a great pass. Let's see if the Pens can try and get back into this game here. It's still early. It's still very early in the game. And the Pens have so many weapons up front. I'm not concerned for them. I know that, especially if they can get one now in the first, before the first ends, they got a chance to get right back in this game.
Back in the last 5 minutes of this period.
Okay, this coffee isn't quite cutting it. I think it's time for a beer. Got my beer. Pens with a shot off the pipe. Came close to getting that goal there. They're hungry right now. They're coming for him. They're working it in the zone. Oh! No way. Chicago scores again. They go up 3-0. There's still 54 seconds left in the first. Pens got to do something quick, or they're going to let this game run away from them. I'm actually really surprised right now that this is happening. I think Pens need to pull Fleury pretty quick here. Murray's just as solid goaltender as him. I think he deserves a shot. You're kidding me! 3-on-1 with the Hawks and they score again. 4-0. This crowd can't believe it. Wow. It is running away from the Pens right now. It's almost sad to watch. Yet at the same time, if they get back into this game, this is going to be one of the greatest games I've seen this year personally, if not one of the greatest games ever. So still, don't go anywhere. Let's find out what's going to happen here. Okay, right at the end there, Pens are just coming hard. Even though it was only like 10 seconds left, you know they're hungry. They want to get back into this game. Pens are obviously not happy about this. They just got their asses spanked 6-2 from Philly. I thought they would be a little bit more pumped up for this game. Clearly, they made a few mistakes and the game's just running away on them. They need to do something real quick, otherwise this game's done. Okay, so here's the start of the second, and already you can tell the Pens have probably had an earful from Mike Sullivan, and they're going to want to come out pretty hard in this one. Is that Fleury again? Oh my god. I think they kept him in.
Maybe goaltending change coming from Marc-Andre Fleury.
Nah, I think that's silly. Me personally, I would have made the change. You're down 4 goals. I mean, and it's not like Matt Murray's a bad goaltender, you know? He's a fantastic goaltender. So, I don't know. Silly move in my opinion, but hey, I'm not the coach. Oh, Hawks try and score again, and now it's getting really rough. Nice little scrum after Fleury makes a good save. Some pushing, some shoving, some sticking the fingers in the faces. All the good stuff. Pens just trying to get back into it. So we're about 10 minutes into the second period, and still 4-0. The Penguins just can't make any plays. They get the puck up, and then they end up fumbling it. Just, I don't know, they're not playing their game tonight. The Penguins have a pretty solid game, and that's why they're one of the best. But tonight, I am not seeing their game at all. For whatever reason, they had 2 nights off. This is in their own building. I don't understand why. They might be this might be their hiccup of the season, and honestly, the worst time to go through it is before the playoffs. There's only about 5 minutes or so left in the second. They gotta get one now in order to stay in this game. It's gonna be very difficult for them to score 4 goals in the third period. I mean, Chicago did it, so the Pens could do it, but with the way that they've been playing and with the way that the Blackhawks have been playing, not very likely. Alright guys, so here we go with the start of the third. I need another beer. Well, Chicago just made it 5-0. This game's done. Man, I was so excited for this game. I did not expect this to happen. Well, that's it, guys. Your final score is 5-1 Chicago. Again, I'm surprised that Penguins came out so flat in this game. I don't know, teams go up and down all the time, so I'm a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I was really hoping for a real close back and forth game. You know, maybe even get some overtime. It was anything but that tonight. Oh well, you can't win them all. So, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry again. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Pens need to pull, I think Pens need to pull right in front of the net. Do it! Let's have some Pens versus Blackhawks too. No, that was f***ing lame.